one particular project I'm involved in the top end of Australia is working in a project that is called PACE, Parent and Community Engagement. Now the operative word is engagement, and it really is centred on working with and in Indigenous communities to try and support parents and communities to in turn support their young people to attend boarding and residential colleges. The reality is that these are discrete communities, you know, often 1,000 miles away from colleges, whose lives are quite difficult and complex. And notwithstanding all of the usual issues that come up around engagement, attendance and completion, the complexities that come out of working with Indigenous communities are particular. My argument in terms of this project is that unless all of the stakeholders, that is the parents, the young people, the communities, the service providers, the schools, unless they all are on the same page, in other words, having the right conversation, the idea of engagement becomes very problematic. So I guess in the last month with a colleague who manages the project, we flew in and out of remote Australian communities, Indigenous communities. In a very simple way, I ran a series of workshops by engaging parents about what are the challenges. And I termed it having the right conversation. And I said to them, what would the right conversation look like? And the answer was, we know what the wrong one looks like. So the idea of actually talking about a restorative approach where the focus is not on blame and punishment, but on harm and relationships, very much appealed to them, to the extent that each was given a little card. We used some templates. We talked about, for example, the role of shame as an affect. We talked about how we develop conversations that recognise that conflict and tensions are just normal part of relationships. Really interesting. It doesn't seem to matter where I go and expose this. I've never found anyone who says that this isn't useful. And I guess the bottom line is, because it always appeals to the personal, that those who are struggling, it's generally around relationships. They don't want to be in the space they're in. They give anything to have a better relationship, or they don't know what it looks like. This offers that opportunity. One of the challenges of working with all of the stakeholders is getting them all to buy into a philosophy and a practice that allows them to have that right conversation.